152 podcast. The New York State Championships just passed. I was there. It was lit. It was a lot of fun. I was having fun. I was in the crowd, hanging out with a lot of old friends, with the coaches. But the hot topic right now is questionable calls and questionable refereeing. So for those of you who have me on Instagram, I made a video, right? And I basically brought up 2 out of the 4 calls that everybody's talking about, right? Which was the 132 and 165-pound New York State finals, right? So the 132-pound match was Marco Fatia versus Rocco DiStefano, and the 165-pound match was Griffin LaPlante versus Danny Dacey. And listen, the comments were going crazy, right? Let's read some of the comments real fast. So right here, we got, as a ref, I'm never taking a kid off their back for blood unless it's really, really bad. Now that's regarding the 165-pound match. We're going to get into this, but I'm just reading some of the comments, right? 132 was a pin all day long, right? That's another comment. Second match, pinned at least 3 times, okay? Glad someone's talking about the LaPlante match. I was dead center, row 2, had a great view on his back. Shoulder was never flat. The shoulder that was never flat was definitely flat. Also, there was 5 seconds left, and they just went into the second period. Was confused on that too. So there's a whole lot going on. You know, like I said, this is a hot topic right now, and I wanted to analyze it further outside of a minute and 30-second Instagram video. I wanted to really do a real breakdown on this. So we're gonna start with the 132-pound match. So basically, what happened here was Rocco DiStefano. Everyone's saying that Rocco pinned Marco Fatia in this cradle, right? So I have the definition. I actually posted it in the comment section right here, but I have the definition of what a pin is right here, according to the rule book. So this is not my opinion, right? And also real quick, I want to say, no knock to any of these wrestlers, right? All these guys are warriors. They made it to the state finals, the state semifinals. So I'm proud of all of these guys, right? It's just fun to talk about this type of stuff. You know, it's a hot topic. So we're going to talk about it, right? This is reminds me of Long Island Wrestling Association, the forum, when everybody would just do a lot of debating. So that's what we're doing here. It's just for conversation. This is no knock to the wrestlers. Like I said, I'm proud of all of them. And this is just, it wasn't their fault. Anything that happened, it has nothing to do with them. This is all the refereeing. So that's just a quick disclaimer. So back to the 132-pound match. We have the definition right here to the rule book right here. So in New York, wrestling rules for high school scholastic freestyle adhere to the National Federation of State High School Association guidelines. A pin for a fall is called when a wrestler holds any part of their opponent's shoulder blades or shoulder area, scapula, in contact with the mat for a duration of 2 seconds, right? So when I did this video, I didn't slow it down. I slowed down a lot of my stuff so you guys could get a better view of it. But when I did the video, I didn't slow it down because that 2 seconds is very important. And that's what we're going to be looking at here to see maybe he was flat, but was it for 2 seconds? That's what a pin is. All right, so let's go to the match right here. All right, so we're going to watch this right now. So Rocco has the cradle, right? He's going to roll it through, okay? So I'm looking for 2 seconds here. We're watching it. He's going to roll it through again. Okay. Still not flat to me. 1. Now he's 1. See, he's off. 1, 2, maybe right there. Maybe. But see, his shoulder's up. 1. It's close, guys. I feel like nobody would say anything if the referee did call a pin, but it's close. Let's do it one more time. Hold on. So let me get a better view. Hold on. All right, so he's gonna roll it through. Shoulders up to me. right? So he's going to roll it through again. This is really where the questionable pin happens. Okay, so one. See the shoulders up. One. What? 1, 2. Yellow. They got to pay these referees more money. 1. You see, the problem here too is they say it's the shoulder or the scapula. So I'm just not sure. Let me see one more time. Let's look at this. He's going to roll it through. Shoulder looks up. 1, 2. No, shoulders at 1, 2. Right there. Right there is the closest. 1, 2. The referee could have slapped the mat there, but it's also very close. 1. Guys, it's not easy being a referee because what's happening here is the Long Island guys want Rocco DiStefano to win Section 11, right? And then the upstate guys, the Section 9 guys are saying, it wasn't a pin. I'm going to be honest. Most of the people in the comment section were saying pin. At least, but like I said, it could be skewed. These are my followers, right? This doesn't reflect everybody in the stadium. You know what I mean? But in my comment section, most of the people were saying that this was a pin. From my eye right there, it's tough. It's tough to say. Like I said, I think it's one of those things that if the referee did call the pin, I don't think people would be so upset. But it's close. It's really close. And by the way, these are the best referees in New York State because in order to even referee here, you have to have a good rating because this is the state championships. So it's not like, any Joe Schmo referees over here, refereeing. All right, so now we're going to go to the 165-pound match. This is Griffin LaPlante versus Danny Dacey, right? So what was happening over here was Griffin LaPlante gets thrown to his back, right, in like a cow catcher. Danny Dacey catches him in a cow catcher and has him on his back. He's fighting for the pin, has him on his back for a good 30 seconds, something like that, a good while. And right as the period goes to about 4 seconds left, the assistant referee, not the head referee, the assistant referee points out that there's blood and they stop the match. All right, so right here, Griffin LaPlante, he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot Danny Dacey right to his back, cow catcher. Right, he's got him on his back. So at this point, there's about 40 seconds left in the period. Right, so he's working for this pin. He's the underdog. I mean, Griffin LaPlante's the number 1 seed. He really wants this pin. Still working for it. He's on his back for a while. And this is the problem you're going to see when I read the rule. People are saying that it's up for interpretation. Because watch, now there's 10 seconds left on the clock. 9, 8, 7, 6. And now with 6 seconds left, the referee points out that there's blood. Right when it seems like LaPlante is about to be flat. That's what the controversy is. Now, I'm going to read you guys the rule. The rule here, I have it on Instagram. Hold on, let me just, because I posted it in the comments section. Instagram. Okay, here's the official ruling. In New York State high school wrestling, if a wrestler is bleeding while being pinned, the referee stops the match for blood time, and the pin is not awarded if the fall wasn't completed before the stoppage. The injured wrestler gets up to 5 minutes of cumulative blood time. If the bleeding cannot be stopped, the match is defaulted. So within the rules, it's actually correct that they stop the match when he's bleeding, even if he's on his back. But what people have a problem with is that he was on his back for 40 seconds. And right when he's seemingly about to get flat is when the referee points out that there's blood. Okay, so technically within the rules, nothing wrong happened here, right? The referee did the right thing. You're supposed to stop the match when there's blood. But was it a matter of he didn't see it for that whole 40 seconds? I mean, you can see the referee was right there. He's close, so he has a good view. Also, from where I was sitting and also from the video, you can't actually see the blood, right? So it's not like he was gushing, you know what I mean? It was, you had to be up close to see it, it seems like. But yeah, but I do want to say that they did reward Danny Dacey an extra point. So it was supposed to be only 4 back points, but they gave him an extra back point for taking LaPlante off of his back. So I guess that was like a penalty there. But within the rule books, what the referee did was correct. People are just saying that it's weird that he was on his back for 40 seconds and decided to point it out when there's only 6 seconds left when it looks like he's about to be flat. That's really what the controversy is here. And like I read in one of the comments here, someone said, as a ref, I am never taking a kid off their back for blood unless it's really, really bad. And that's a referee. I know him. He's a referee in Nassau County. And that's what he said. So I guess it's one of those things that's up for interpretation. So moving along here, the next questionable call of the New York State Finals or New York State Championship, this was a semifinal match, was 110-pound Will Soto versus Xavier Seabury. This was one of the most highly anticipated matches. Will Soto, returning state champion. Xavier Seabury beat Will Soto at the Eastern State, so everybody wanted to see this rematch, and it did not disappoint. It went to overtime, so it was an incredible match, what we got here. This was a fire match, but the takedown was questionable. People were DMing me saying, yo, Lou, but what about the 110 semifinal? Why didn't you bring up this match? So this is for you guys. I'm making it up right now. So we're going to watch this. Now, this one was a matter of reaction time. And I have the rule for reaction time. It's kind of up for interpretation. It says the control must be maintained beyond a reaction time, not just a momentary touch. So it doesn't give you like a clear cut definition of what a momentary touch is. It's really up to the referee's discretion. So I don't have like with the pin, it gives you a specific guideline. It says 2 seconds on the back, shoulder, or scapula area. I don't have that here for the reaction time. So it's really up to the referee's definition of what a momentary touch is. And that's what we're looking at here in the 110 semifinal. So we're in overtime right now, 1-1, 10 seconds left. I mean, this is the dramatics right here. This is fire. This is what you look for in a semifinal match. All right, so let's watch it. So right here, Seabury's gonna shuck him by, and right there, yo, is that a momentary touch or not? That's the problem here. Hold up. We're gonna hit throw by, one. Ah, man, that's close. They got to pay these referees more money. I'm telling you, this is not easy. So right here, nasty shuck by the way. Shrug, boom, throw by. Well, I'll tell you this. Let's pause it right here. Okay? Boom. So right here, this what you're seeing right now would be a takedown. Right? He has the 2 legs secured. Soto's on his ass. Boom, that's a takedown, right? Now, the problem is what momentary touch means. So I just paused it. Now I'm going to unpause it. And right away, he kind of hips back up and gets his leg out. So it's one of those things that's... And how much time was left on the clock? I'm curious when this happened. 7, 6, 5, 4... So 3 seconds left on the clock when this happens. So we can't even do a woulda, coulda, shoulda situation. Like, oh, he would have finished the takedown because there's only 3 seconds left. This one is so close. I would say man, I just keep watching it over and over because I don't know. This is that's tough. That's tough. These referees have you know what happens here? What happens here, guys, is that these wrestlers are all so good. All of these guys are so good that just a second, right? You take them down for a second, you relax for a second, you're jockeying for position, and the guy's already out. So when you get to this high level, you're dealing with a lot of stuff like this, these reaction time situations, because they're so good, right? You as a referee, your job is harder here because Will Soto is, I believe, a 2-time state champion. So he knows how to, oh, you have him dead to rights, but right when you think you have him, he's out of it. So it might look like a takedown, and maybe it was, but he's so good that he's going to give himself the best chance. He's going to give himself the best chance to not get taken down. So this one is really tough. It really comes down to what the definition of, where did I have it? Okay. What the definition of not just a momentary touch. I wish if somebody could point me to a more in-depth explanation of what a momentary touch means. I wish they actually did like they did with the pinning combination where they said 2 seconds, shoulders, scapula, right? You can't confuse that, right? I wish they had something like not just a momentary touch, which means momentary touch is, oh, he's on all fours for a half a second, but before control was established, he's up. I don't know. It's tough. That's really what it comes down to, momentary touch. So that's the third questionable call that we had from the New York State Championships. And we got one more right here. Now, this is from the D2 side. I'm going to keep it a stack with you guys. I'm not as informed when it comes to Division 2, right? Now, I did watch this guy, Yanni Drapaniotis. He was the Eastern States champion. I watched him, so I was a little bit familiar with him. But apparently, this was a high-profile match that a lot of people were looking forward to. Yanni Drapaniotis versus Tavio Hus, right? So I see the seed here is, what do we got here? Number 1 versus number 4 seed. So that's, that's exactly how it's supposed to be in a bracket, right? It's 1, 4, 2, 3. They're supposed to meet in the semifinals. So apparently for my D2 people, this was a high-profile match that you guys were looking for. Yanni, I guess, being the favorite since he won the Eastern States and he's the number 1 seed. So here at the end of the second period, we're going to get an almost takedown, right? This is the questionable call. Now, this one comes down to time. Was time out on the clock or not? Did Yanni get the takedown before time went out? So this one's going to be, I would say, a little bit easier to establish whether it was a takedown or not, because all we have to do is just watch the clock as the takedown happens. We're in the second period. So we're going to get a shot by Tavio Hus. We're going to get a sprawl, a reshot from Yanni right here. 5, 4, 3, 2. So right now, I just paused it. There's 0 on the clock, and I don't see control established by Yanni Drapaniotis. Now the referee, so now they're about to discuss it right now. I don't think that was a takedown. This is the first one I feel solid on, where I can firmly say something. I don't think it was a takedown. Now, another thing to keep in mind, hold on, let's run this back one more time. Let's run this back. So right here, he gets on the shot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't think it was a takedown. Now, the thing that we have to keep in mind here is we have a clock running on the screen. I don't know if that was completely in sync with what was happening actually on the mat. That's something to think about here. But I'm going to look at the person that comes to tap the referee, right? That's what we have in wrestling, right? The person always holding like a little, like a long sock or something, or like a towel, and they tap the referee. So we're going to look at that person to see when they tap the ref, if that was before the takedown. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't think it was a takedown. I don't think it was a takedown. And Yanni, I got love for you. You see, I broke your match down. But let's see. Let's just do another. This is close, actually. Now that I'm slowing it down. Hold on. Ooh. Bro. See, it's not that what it's like I said, the time here on the screen is not in sync with when the guy tapped him on the back. So I'm looking at him now. He's like a half a second later than when the clock goes to 0 on the screen. See, right here, we're at 0 on the screen, but the guy with the towel hasn't tapped the referee yet. Now he does. So he taps him. I don't think there's control yet. I think it's damn close, but I don't think it was a takedown. Man, that's close. And this is what I'm talking about before, guys. At this level, it's so hard. Everybody's so good, right? Their job, the referee's job is easier at the regular tournaments. You know what I mean? They go to the regular, whatever, local tournaments. The job is easy most of the time. But here, when the guys are like this, you know, the difference in skill levels like this, it's a game of centimeters. So, you know, it's tough. It's really tough. I wouldn't want to be a referee for any of these 4 matches. That's what I'm gonna say, right? Because, you know, it's easy for us to go on Instagram, you know, post a video. It's easy for, you know, people to talk crazy in the comments. Oh, these referees suck, you know. But put yourself out there. You know, imagine you were a referee in these situations. It's not easy. Good stuff, though. I love that. That's what makes the New York State tournament what it is. We love the dramatics. We love these you know, these conversations after. Was it a takedown? Was it not a takedown? This is what you want from a tournament like this. So 152 podcast. Thank you guys for checking in.